Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. Happy Saturday and welcome to the Aimee Stewart SAL. Okay, every Saturday we meet here and stitch an Aimee Stewart piece. And I hope you're well because last time, when was that? Was it on Thursday evening in the UK? And we met briefly and then we got torn apart by the internet. Oh, they're so mean. And so I felt like I hadn't seen you for ages, and it was so nice. We did a members stream just now, and so nice to be able to reconnect and have a bit of a chat and stitch together. And so hello to all of you, and I hope you've been enjoying. I know who's that? Ellen and Suzanne, they've both been doing God's work and doing streaming as well. So, you know, by all means, join them and when Yogi's not here. But when the Yogi's here, come to see Yogi, okay? And so there you go. And so today, yes, Aimee Stewart Day, I'm back to this piece. Oh, it's been a little bit. I know, I've got so many projects now, and from different artists as well. So it's really, really nice, even though Aimee Stewart still take up quite a few pieces, as far as my whips go. And today, this is a masterpiece, as I say. Definitely, absolutely beautiful. You know, I have quite a few Aimee Stewart pieces, but this one, for some reason, is just so grown up. It's a grown up piece. And if you don't believe me, you've been living under a rock. Let me show you the markup, okay? So this piece is a traveling library. No introductions required. I think, you know, quite a few of you probably stitching this piece as well. And it's absolutely beautiful. You know, it's got that sense of tapestry, and it's just a very sophisticated piece. Because Aimee Stewart, some pieces are very childlike in a very good way. It's kind of really playful, really colorful, but this one is just so solid, so solid. And I absolutely love it. And so this is Traveling Library, and it's got two other pieces, companion pieces. And maybe at some point in my life, when I get to 5%, when I get to 5% of this piece, maybe I'll consider it. But for now, I'm going to focus on this piece. And in terms of progress, okay, I started this piece. Well, I'm so really bad with dates. I think it was sometime last year, and end of last year, toward sort of end part of last year, and we did a marathon, and I started this piece, okay, and it's beautiful. So my progress right now, not quite 5% yet, okay? It's going to be a little bit, but I will show you what I've done so far. I started from the center top and gradually moving down in no particular, you know, plan. I just stitch what I like. And so far it's working really well for me with this piece. And in terms of percentage, okay, let's have a look. And 2.43%. Halfway there to 5%. And this piece is the max color, of course. And I think, you know, this piece can really be, you know, is definitely can be benefited with more colors. And you know, if you think about different sizes you want to do, definitely do regular size and above. I do not recommend this piece as a mini. I just don't think it does it justice. It doesn't have to be max colors, but I think at least regular colors, regular size. Okay, so that would be my recommendation. But I'm stitching max colors, which is 239, just one color short of the 240 max. And I'm going to start a new sprint right in front of you. Here we go. And this is going to capture every stitch I'm going to be doing today right in front of you. I've done it, chat, okay? And so this is where we are. I want to say hello to all of you. Did you miss me? I hope it's not one way, you know, and I hope it's just me missing you. And I hope everybody's doing well. So here we go. We've got, oh, Travis is the first to report to the chat. Travis, hello, hello. Yes, this weekend you can play, can't you? Stitching with us. And Travis is doing long shifts every day, just killing himself, trying to feed, the family and everything. So, and stitching Pokemon at the same time, multitasking. Great to see you, Travis. And we also have Michelle Kiefer is here as well. Great to see you, Michelle Kiefer. 3400, that's the secret code. Hello, Michelle. And we also have Clara as well. Hello, Saturday, on this Saturday afternoon. Welcome back, Clara. And Crafty Tabby Cat as well. Talk about Tabby Cat. I've got a new friend, that's a Tabby. You guys all know about Lily, right? So Lily, everybody's familiar with, a big, fluffy black cat, really dominant. And then I have a new friend called Oreo. And all these names I'm struggling to remember. The Oreo is a new friend from the neighborhood. And on top of that, I think Oreo and this Tabby cat, who is a kind of gray and black tabby, and they're from the same household. And this cat is so cute. Not only cute as a cat, all cats are cute, but this little tabby, I have not given her, I think it's a female cat, a name yet. Okay, I'm still thinking maybe Chocolate. You can't go wrong with Chocolate. So Chocolate is my new friend, and is tabby, and very young as well. I think maybe just out of kittenhood. Really, really cute. So great name, Crafty Tabby Cat, Tabby Cat. Welcome. Oh, I just went sidetracked right there. Sincere apologies. And Rajal is also here as well. Great to see you, Rajal. And Sarah, welcome back, Sarah. And Grace, welcome back. And Shelley as well. Great to see you again. And Janine, hello, Janine. And you missed the member session, didn't you? Are you working today? And great to see you. And Nikki, oh, hello, Nikki. We met, reunited briefly on Thursday and see what happened there. And so great to see you, Nikki. Hope you're feeling better every day. And Laura as well, welcome back. And Sidri as well, waving with both hands. And Susan, lovely Susan is here. And is it a new friend? Pemmy? Hello, Pemmy. Welcome and join us. Great to have you here. And Rachel is here as well. Good afternoon. And who else have we got? Cassie, Hapler. Great to see you. And seeing this makes me want to start this project, Cassie says. Let's start right here. Have you got a master set? Just grab a piece of duvet, any fabric, just start stitching. And that, just join us. And Dominique as well, great to see you. Great, welcome back. And Tracy as well, great to see you, Tracy. And Miller Cantwell. Miller Cantwell, hello. At work, reporting from work club. On Saturday as well, we salute to you. And Serena. Is it Serena? Hello. And working on traveling library, I haven't seen Serena for a little while. Nearly didn't recognize the handle. And Marsha is also here, so we're still floating on the sea. Oh, so Marsha in Hawaii now. Safe and sound, wonderful. I thought it was going to take like a month going to Hawaii. So you're in Hawaii already. So does that mean you're gonna stay on a cruise coming back? Coming back as in to Australia as well. I thought it was one way and then you take a plane back. But great to see you, whichever way. I hope you're enjoying the buffet on the cruises. I heard they're tremendous. And it's 24-hour cruise. Most people probably gain a few pounds coming back. I'm sure Marsha is okay. And Lizzie, welcome back. And spinning. Oh, here we go. Let me introduce you to our new friend, Suzanne. Okay, this is Suzanne's alter ego and her channel as well. Guys, take notes. Take notes. This is the channel you want to go to. If you're particularly in Europe, during daytime, I'm in charge of the evening time in Europe, but Suzanne is in charge of the afternoon, the daytime queen. Suzanne here for live streaming. So take down the name. This is our Suzanne, okay, just in case you don't know. And she's not pretending to be someone else. This is her channel. So go for it, go for it. And eventually, as I said in the member stream, eventually we're going to have 24-hour coverage of a live streaming, floss tubing. We're going to dominate. We're going to take over the world, okay? And so whenever you need a company to stitch with, you just tune into one of the channels. So we need some volunteer in Australia in particular, the time zone. So Suzanne says, you started on 4th October 2025 traveling library, Suzanne, my little secretary, yes. Yes, you can always count on Susan, not Suzanne, Susan. Okay, 4th of October, so it's end of last year. So we're in May now, aren't we? So it's about 7 months. Has it been that long? 7, 8 months. Oh dear, I need to catch up. I need to catch up. Komari is way ahead of me, okay, just in case you don't know already. And Komari is starting the cat piece. Or maybe now she's she's stitching the double cat piece. She might slow down a little bit with this piece. I can catch up today. Yes, that would be my plan. And Michelle as well, hello. And great to see you. And Stitch with Linda, our new friend. Stitch with Linda says, good evening. This is my first time catching a live, been catching up on replay since a bit before 14 count retreat. So glad to be here. Oh, it's taken you a little while to join us. Great to see you. Welcome, Stitch with Linda. And yes, we had a retreat, 14 count retreat week. And if you missed that, any of you, we have a playlist there. And hello. And Chivis has also joined us, and Lefty Gemini and Alandra is also here. All the friends and stitchers, they're all here. And Heather has joined us as well. And oh, Nikki says, oh, Nikki says, Yogi, when are you starting the cat library? Oh, I've already started it. I have a library of cats in my backyard. I've got Dolly already, okay, my own, and I've got Lily, and I've got Oreo, and now chocolate. That's a library. There you go. I've already started it. The project is ongoing and it's going really well. And Daria is also here as well. And I'll come back to say hello to all of you. Sarah VM is here as well. I see you. So let's do a little bit of stitching. That's what we're here for. So yes, this piece I started on the October last year, as Susan very capably provided the day. And so I started this piece on the so I'm stitching on 28 count, which is really lovely fabric. And I'm stitching 1/1 with DMC. And so today, you're probably given you some hint in terms of where I'm focusing on. I started from top middle here. So this is the middle of the piece, entire piece, literally. And I just started to flow downwards and branch out wherever I want. So I spent quite a lot of time around here, which is the area, the arch just above the bed. It's got a lot going on here. And so I've been sort of dipping in and out of areas. But today, I'm going to just do free flowing. I think I would like to focus a little bit more around here. But last time when I tried to do that, I kind of just got drawn to the side and do a little bit more. It might happen again. So I don't know. I think I'm going to just work on this area generally and just do cross country. There may be times, okay, just a bit of warning. There may be times I will wander a little bit further, okay? It could happen. 28 count, for some reason, I just want to go a little bit further. But so hopefully, I can do it without too much incident. Like, I don't want to mention the F word, but you know what I mean. But so let's get going and let me know what you're working on today. as I said, this is our Aimee Stewart SAL. But if you're not stitching Aimee Stewart, I understand it. Sometimes, you know, different days you might want to do different things. We have calf flap, okay? I know side doors are probably closed today and the ceiling is closed. Calf flap is your only option, okay? You can come through the calf flap. It's just one of those days, and join us. Right, and Clover Stitcher, hello, it's been a little while. Hello, Clover Stitcher says hi, or also working on traveling library. If you're working on this piece with me, give me a little wave. I just want to know how many people are actually stitching this piece with me. I'd love to know. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's when there's a whole bunch of people stitching this piece with you. Guys, just think about how rare this experience is, okay? Because people who stitch full coverage, we're already minority in terms of stitching within the stitching community, wouldn't you say? A lot of cross-stitch, you know, stitchers, they do not know this type of stitching even exists. They do not know parking exists. They do not know heaven and earth exist. So we are already quite rare breed, right? And we're here together at the same time stitching the same piece. Just think of that. That is special. So if you're stitching this piece with me, wave your hands. Yes, we pride. We have Clover Stitcher, yes, stitching this piece, and Michelle as well, right at this moment. And Susan, Susan, yes, of course, I started a sprint. I was right there. Yes, I did. And Serena as well, and Heather as well, and wonderful. Join me, okay? And I see Steve there. Hello, Steve. Great to see you. And Daria is here as well. And stitching Library of Dogs. Yes, not many stitches that I'm aware of, at least from the chat, actually stitching this piece. So it's wonderful. Library of Dogs. It's all about Library of Cats at the moment. Do you feel bitter, Daria? you haven't got double dog. We've got double cat going on here. But yes, I'd love to see the progress. So I'm gonna just pick a color and start stitching. That's it. I'm gonna just wander around picking whatever colors I like. So I might start with one of these actually. These are just begging me to fill in these two little pockets. Why don't I start with, in fact, I'm gonna start with good old-fashioned 310. Why not? Let's start there. Just warm up a little bit before we kind of, you know, dive a little bit deeper. So I'm going to start here. There you go. A good old-fashioned 310. Guys, spooky bingo. Anyone? Marshall says 3 weeks cruise and 1 week in Hawaii, then long fly home. Has it been 3 weeks? Because you're in Hawaii. It feels like, I felt you just got on the cruise. So it's already 3 weeks and you're in Hawaii, and 1 week in Hawaii and going back to Australia. Time flies, Marsha. It feels like you've just got on the boat. So Clover says middle starters. So I'm working up on the bed area. Yes, a lot going on here, isn't it? This is no ordinary bed. This is not IKEA bed. And I love this fabric as well. It's so airy. Nikki says, I bought the 2 panels And fabric yesterday, Nikki, you weren't here on for the member stream. We were talking about the fabric size. You can fit the whole piece on a single piece of fabric though. Are you stitching in two pieces? Because clearly you can fit the double supersize onto a piece of fabric. And Nikki, you have to, you have to hurry because Komari has started it. So it's between you and Komari. Sound stitching, hello. And Sarah VM says, will be soon. Yes, go for it. Spooky bingo, Heather. Yes. Oh, how wonderful. So Heather is not only stitching this piece with Yogi, she's having a spooky bingo with Yogi. Oh, that's special. And have I got it correctly? I think Ellen has requested double dog for the Library of Dog as well. Is that correct? I don't think it's out yet, but does that mean there's going to be a double dog? Cassie is having spooky bingo as well. Well done. Yay. So we have a group spooky bingo here. And Lizzie says I want both libraries. Lizzie, have you started the cat one? Can imagine having two pieces that's double supersize. But why not? It's not like we worry about completion, right? Let me just mark as I go. I mean, this area is not super confetti. It's kind of in little pockets. I think so far with this this chart, there are areas, small areas, like for instance, when I was doing Bumblebee, oh my God, it was relentless. The head of Bumblebees literally composed with ninja stitches all over. But you also have areas like this, literally just a whole patch of 310 or very similar colors. So, you do have breathing areas with this piece, which is nice. Sound Stitching says, I got my full set of CXC last night. I need to get some bobbins. Oh, nice. Did you get the double label one? I'd love to try it, but I do have two sets of CXC already. I really do not need another set. Amanga Panga says, I did the math for all my webs, and if I do 500 stitches every day, I can get them done by 2070. Well, that doesn't sound too bad then, guys. This will give you some reference in terms of, how many daily stitches you need to do. And according to Amanga says, if you do 500 a day, which will take me 2 days. So for me, I'll probably need to double this number because I only do about 200, 250 a day on average, if at all. Some days lower. And so if you do 500 every single day, you will be able to finish all your webs. But Amanda, how many webs have you got? And the number is going to increase. Now you're here. This is normally what happens. You know, there's some poor stitchers come to the chat and go, oh, well, you know, I'm kind of like one project person. And you check with them a week into it, suddenly it's double and triple. And the numbers keep growing. So I think you probably need to revise that number at some point, Amanda. We have Amanda and we have Amanda. Amanda says, my cat just jumped with all 4 feet into my hash browns. I think the cat is probably a little bit disappointed. I think the cat was hoping for something meaty, and lo and behold, it's hash brown. Yes, the cat is pissed off now. Daria says, I have regular size and have no intention of doing double super size. Oh, the cat's library, is it? I think, you know, really depends. I think, you know, regular size is probably all good. Probably don't do mini of that piece. I do not recommend it. But I think, you know, a lot of stitchers, they felt they want more details. And I can kind of see that because it's a, you know, it's very detailed piece. And a lot of objects are quite small. So I think you're kind of craving for a little bit more details. But I'm sure regular size would be just as beautiful because heaven and earth, when they charted the default, you know, size is regular colors, regular size. So they would not release it unless it looks pretty decent. With a regular size, with regular colors as well. So I'm sure you're good. You're good. So Sound Stitching is getting the double label full set. Very nice. And apparently you are able to get the first 1 to 35 colors as well. They're a bit harder to get, but you could get those as well. A nice bit of 310 stitching. I'm warming up, guys. Rachel says, I'll be 85 years old in 2070. No problem, 85, who cares? You know, I saw this video of this lady in her 80s, super fit. And Rachel, you know, you work out, so you're going to be fine. You're going to be one of those super ladies in their 80s. And Amanda says she's got 40 webs. Oh, wow, that's not too bad going, but the number is going to grow. So 40 webs, I don't know how big they are. Are we talking about full coverage or a mixture? Because 2070 is 226. Yeah, not bad. Doable, Amanda. Travis says, unless you're a single project stitcher like me. Travis, how long do you reckon you're going to finish your Pokemon piece? Because, you know, apparently Travis is not allowed to have another project unless he finished this one, okay? But we're not talking about a sampler here. We're talking about like a giant stamp kit with Pokemons. And currently, I think Travis is about 20%. And so it's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little bit. I think, you know, the newborn, Marek, is going to probably be, I don't know, 18 when that happens, when the second project finally is allowed for Travis. Walkaway says, I need to see about finding a successor for my projects after my demise. Someone to carry on with all the chaos. There has to be someone willing, right? Well, who knows? So do they have to be family members? Because maybe some people in the chat will go, hey, I'll take that one. All right, I am going to end this stitch here. That was very nice. Nice bit of 310 stitching. And this piece has got a lot of 310 for sure. Nikki says, will anyone like my library of cats when I finish 2017? I'm not a cat person. Nikki, are you not a cat person? I saw you had cats. No? How dare you not be a cat person? Amanda says, I'll be 94. Well, no problem. Susan says, I'll be 108. Yes, Susan, when you hit 100, right, you'll probably get a Christmas card from the Queen. Oh, no, maybe not the Queen, the King. Maybe William is going to be the King by then. You're going to get a Christmas card from William. Lucy says, I'll be 90. Dear, dear. We'll probably still be streaming. Grace, I'll be 113. I would get William to send you a Christmas card as well when you hit 100. And Travis says, I'm closer to 25 to 30%. Well, Travis, but you can't be sure, can you? It's a stamp kit, right? It's a guess. You're being more optimistic than me. I think it's about 20. We can have a fight over that. All right, then, I'm going to take care of these little bits and pieces. A lot of times, you know, you kind of stitch everywhere, there are holes everywhere, and it looks unfinished. Clearly, it's unfinished. But as soon as you close up a little bit of gaps, suddenly everything looks different. It just looks like, oh, I know what it is now. 938, 938. Just 2 stitches, this one. Very subtle, these ones. Lefty is going to be 92. And Travis reckons it's going to take 5 years for him to finish his epic Pokemon piece. But why would it be 5 years though? Because it's taken you how long to come this far? About 2 years? So if it takes 2 years for 25%, yeah, okay, 5 years, maybe. Yes. But I'm sure something will happen, you know, something you're probably going to be tempted and just end up with more projects. But Travis, I do remember you have another piece, don't you? Was it Dimensions Kit or something like that? Like a wharf? Is it a wharf or some sort of tiger thing? Are you not stitching that one? That could be your side quest, can't it? You can just stitch that one from time to time as a palette cleanser. So just 2 stitches, but I do have 2 more stitches here. A few more actually. 1, 2. Sidrit has a Saga question. Hang on, let me just highlight this. Sidrit says, Saga questions. I'm working with a selection window. Is it possible to deactivate auto select? Can the nearest part color thread be selected in window after making the last stitch of a color? Let me just understand the first part of the question. So when you say a selection window, do you mean the highlight box? And is it possible to deactivate the auto selection? Do you mean the auto select next one? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So the answer is yes. There's, I can show you in a bit. I can show you in a bit. I just want to understand the question. The second part, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Can the nearest part color thread be selected in window after marking the last stitch of a color? Oh, it doesn't cycle through past threads. No, I don't think so. Have I understood it correctly? Anybody that knows Saga, you can probably help out here, and I'll show you how to deselect the auto selection just in a little bit. Just in a little bit. I just want to understand the next question, the second part of the question. Jojo, hello, Jojo sews. Jojo sews. Do I know you? Jojo, you're a member, so I'm sure we've met. Jojo says, hi everyone, sorry I'm late. It seems to get notification to work for live sessions. Yes, it's a little bit of hit and miss, isn't it? Have you changed your name recently? Because you've been a member for a while. I should know. I know my members. But great to have you. Great to have you. I know. But normally, Jojo, we kind of stream around the same time. Not Mondays and Fridays at the moment, but the rest of the days when we stream, we're normally around this time. Give and take an hour. So great to have you. And Grace says Susan will be the oldest stitcher in England. Well, I bet they're older ones. By then, you know, the technology is going to be so advanced. And, you know, I'm sure, I'm sure by then, you know, Susan probably has, you know, different bit of, you know, a SpaceX technology implanted on her to keep stitching. I'm sure that day is not that far away. Okay, I'm wandering off a little bit. Okay, so I need the chat's support on this one. Alison says hiya, sneaking in with Atrium by Charo Makechi. Yes, Alison, we have cat flap open, okay? And Alison says, I'll be 90, but I also have a tortoise to worry about, as hopefully he will outlive us. I know, it's quite great to have a tortoise or parrot. You know, parrots, they live for like over 100 years or something. So, you know, what do you do with them? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking whether I should turn on 5 by 5, but 28 count is kind of tricky to mark 5 by 5. It just looks so cluttered. Let me just stick with 10 by 10 for now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how thrilling. Let me just zoom in a tiny bit. The stitches are so small. Oh, Heather, I just got this one. Heather says, I plan to have a needlework executor. Life on wheels. Oh, right. Okay. Even if I finish most of my projects, I still have a massive stash of patterns and other supplies to worthy heirs. Oh, yes. Is there application that you can that you can apply for the qualification? 1, 2. Ah, so Travis has not touched that one since Mario was born, so it's been a little while. I remember you mentioned that piece. I remember because Travis, it really only has a couple projects. So I remember. Walkaway says I need to start aging backwards in order to complete my projects. Yes, go backwards. Eventually, you know, 1 year old, like Benjamin Button. That's a bit of a problem. Is if you just become too young to stitch. Sidri says selection box. I always wanted to stitch my part threads first. I don't believe you can cycle through part threads, but now let me just show you how to turn off the auto selection. So you want to go to your threads. You probably know already where you you know, check the thread list. So on the far left, on the second row here, you can see the search button, right? You want the second icon from the left there, the arrow downwards, okay? You tap that, if I remember correctly. Oh no, not that one, hang on. No, you want the auto, the A, the second one from the right. And also you can turn off the car. If you turn off the car, oh no, you turn off the car from here. Can you see that? You tap on the icon A, which means automatic. You can turn off the auto navigation. Turn that off, it doesn't do anything. Does that make sense? Is that what you want? So you don't want the colors to jump when you go to the next color. I think that's what you want. Is that correct, guys? I think that if you turn that off, it doesn't do anything. It stops auto jumping to the next color. I hope that helps. Hang on, let me switch back here. And I had to learn that as well, because I thought the auto jumping was the default. And I was quite relieved to find out that it doesn't do that. So Suzanne says no. I think it's referring to the cycling through past threads. That's an interesting idea, but why would you want to do that though? Because the system will need to know which past thread you want to move towards. So unless, because people don't necessarily stitch that way. You know what I mean? Because past threads, you could park anywhere. And also it depends on the method. If you're doing block by block parking, you actually cycle, you actually go from the bottom to top. I'm just trying to think of the actual scenario that you want to cycle through the part thread in that order. I'm going to just do one more here. And then I'm going to end it. Right. Hello, Suki, and hello, Maulin. Lynn says, hi, Yogi. Hope is well. Hello, everyone. And Cynthia. Hello, Lynn. Welcome back. Now, I am going to move on to the next color. I'm going to do stitches that's got less stitches first and then fill in the rest. And I did promise myself to be a little bit more relaxed with the back. I'll see how it goes. 3371. 3371. 3371. I do have one here. So 3378, I got a few stitches here. Walkaway says, at my grandmother's memorial service, the family displayed all the needlework we could gather on tables as people entered. All the works of their hands through the years. It was amazing to see. That is so nice, though. So Walkaway, you're coming from a family of stitchers. That is very, very nice. I think, you know, those pieces, the V-stitch is so personal, and also it's got so much, it's very intimate, isn't it? Because every stitch, you know, like I'm stitching here, I have to run through every bit of the thread multiple times. And so it's a very, very personal sort of artifact that you kind of, you know, you leave behind if you do. And that's why sometimes when people frame their work, even though it's, you know, protective and it's really beautiful, but it's kind of a little bit of a shame because you can no longer touch those stitches. You know, it doesn't matter if a piece is stitched by someone else or by yourself. The fact that you know, obviously you can remove the frame, but most people probably don't. And yes, there's a distance between you and your completed work. All right. Oh, hang on. No, not this one. This one is quite dark as well, quite strong color. 939. 939. It's blue, actually. Tracy says, like Travis, I'm sort of monogamous. Sort of monogamous. Are you a little bit pregnant, Tracy? I think either you are or you're not. I'm sort of monogamous. I only have one frame, and it's a pain to switch. Oh, I see. So maybe that's a good reason. If you like your web on a frame, well, you just need more frames then, or use hoops like I do. I can switch anytime. And Tracy says, I'm at 10% now on Dark Jungle Temples and Tigers by Chiramakete. Yes, I think, well, if that's the only reason that you're kind of, you know, monogamous, then just use hoops. But that's nice. That's nice. Jeannie, where have you been? Are you stitching today? Sidri says, I always get my part threads out off the way by stitching them from the bottom. Yes, exactly. Depends on your stitching method. Most of the times, if you're doing color completion, you probably start from the bottom, right? Unless the selection is very large area and you're stitching just normal cross country. Oh, what is going on with this little bit? I think this fabric is so light, so even though, you know, full cross on 28 potentially could be kind of full, but it's not. It's still quite airy to stitch. Nerdy, hello Nerdy. Good evening. And Joyce, welcome back. What are you stitching today? No double cat, no double dog. And Sarah is having spooky bingo 939. Yeah, I'm still stitching it firmly. Spooky bingo with Sarah. Sarah, the alien who has 2 needles. They all have names. They all have nicknames. That's, hang on. I just saw that. It makes me laugh, guys. Heather says, the term for those of us mostly work on one project, but occasionally stray, is called monogamish. Well, there you go. It's official. There you go. You know, people who are cheating always have excuses. They come up with names, like, to make it official, like it's normal to be a little bit monogamous. Oh, the stitch is a little bit iffy. I kept going down the wrong corner. What is going on? It can be a little bit tricky when it's completely boxed in, I have to admit. I was just bragging about how airy this fabric is. But when it's boxed in, it still can be a little bit tricky. Tracy says, I like to wonder too much using a hoop. I get bored stitching the same area for too long. But I think that's more likely to happen if you have a big frame, because with a big frame, you move your fabric a lot less, and every single time you're looking at the same area or the same view, you can get visually quite fatigued. Whereas if you use a smaller frame or hoops, you get to change the view a lot more. Depends on how, you know, where you focus on. And sometimes I deliberately use frames that are smaller, much smaller than you know, the areas I've completed, and to get a fresh view. Otherwise, I get visually quite fatigued just looking at the same thing. That happened to my Gecko Rouge. I talked about it before. For 6 months, I was stitching in order, pretty much diagonal, block by block most of the time, or mini cross country. So for six months, I was looking at pretty much the same view, because the speed I was going, you know, I don't get to see sort of a completely different area. It takes a long time to move anywhere. And I just got so sick of it after a while. Nerdy says, does anyone in chat have experience stitching Bella? Filipina? Oh, I'm not familiar with it. Maybe the chat does. Oh, Nikki, I knew it, guys. If you want to ask any question about any sort of really obscure genre of stitching, just ask when Nikki is here, because Nikki will have it. Doesn't matter what it is. You can try. Anybody has some sort of really rare type of stitching that you've done, and maybe no one else knows. I'm sure Nikki probably has done it. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Flosshaven, hello. You Flosshaven says I'm back. From where, Floss? Joy says, we gave my first pieces a place on the wall in our new house. I had one with glass and removed that. Now it's given more vibrant. Yes, that's, you can frame it, but don't put the sort of just leave out the glass panel. I think that's one compromise, isn't it? So occasionally you can go and touch it. Oh, and those are stitches, you know, all the stitches that you've done, they're so alive. And then they're being sandwiched by a piece of cardboard and a piece of glass. You just feel like they can't breathe. They need to breathe. Because these stitches are alive. And every single stitch probably has got my, you know, got your DNA on it. And wouldn't that be amazing? Maybe if you have some sort of, you know, a piece of completed stitches, sort of work, cross-stitching work or whatever it is, you don't know whose work it is. You can just test the DNA on the stitches. You'll be able to trace back to the creator. They probably find a lot of cat DNA, a lot of Dolly's DNA on it. Maybe Dolly stitched it. Look, I've closed up this area. Walkaway says, I frame most of mine without glass. I have pieces, they're over 40 years old and not faded or damaged in any way, but I treat them with sensible care. And also, you know, I think that it's part of what it is, isn't it? For instance, with a single piece, if it takes 10 years, 5 to 10 years to finish, it's already aged 5 years, right? If unless you're Komari probably can stitch the full piece in 3 years. But then the fabric is aged for 3 years already in that process. So if you know, once you've completed it and it continues to age, it's totally normal, isn't it? It's part of what it is. Joyce says, I'm not stitching, I'm kitting up. Kitting up for what? Library of cats? Triple size? Joyce, go for it. At some point, we're going to have a triple size, heaven and earth. It's just a matter of time. Laura's working on Christmas scene 9 count. That sounds nice. Maybe I should try stitching something that's Christmassy, like now. 1, 2, 3. Joy says I'm a serial monogamist. Whatever you say, Joyce. And we have maybe a new friend. I don't know. It's called a Burt, B-U-R-G, Burt Pet. Hello, welcome. It's like a test to see if I fall over when I try to pronounce certain handles. I nearly fell off. I think that's a really good point without a glass, because glass, first of all, there's a barrier, but also it's slightly kind of reflective, isn't it? So I don't think, glass and stitches go well together. Jojo says same name. I've only joined the chat once. Oh, that's why. That's why. But thank you for the support. Thank you for being a member. And Jojo says that was in February. Spent some time in the States and then vacation in the UK. Wow, really? I'll try to watch closer for the live stream. This is a fun group. Yes, Jojo. And have you joined our Facebook group? We do have Facebook group. So sometimes if you can, only manage to watch playback, you can still connect with all the stitchers on a Facebook group. And it's quite inspiring to see what everybody's working on. Sometimes we talk about, everybody's project, but through the group, you're able to see it with your own eyes. How nice. Amanda says, you have to dust it. I don't think it's that bad. You just need to, yes, just like everything else, you need to, dust it from time to time. Maybe not near the sunlight. I think the sunlight will probably discolor it. But other than that, it's a little bit like, having an iPhone. Do you use the iPhone naked, which I do, for the experience, right? Or do you want to put it, cover it with a huge case, which I have to do right now because it's cracked at the front and the back as well. But normally I don't. This is the first iPhone that I have to put a case around, just to stop it from being broken. But yes, I think it's a choice, isn't it? Do you protect the piece but lose out on the experience, or the other way around? You just allow it to happen and recognize that everything is, finite, and you want to experience it to the maximum. So far, so good. Tracy says, I just posted my stitching frame example of how I wonder. Yeah, we can have a little look in a bit. Laura says a lot of my finishes are in storage bin. They have they have suffocated. No, I think if you put them in storage bin, actually it's a little bit more accessible in a sense. If you want to have a look at them, you can pick them up and have a look. And I think being the bin in some way is probably more open as a sort of living space for a completed piece, because you know it's easier to access, to have a look at them. Whereas if you frame a piece, it's less likely you're going to take it out of the frame and touch it, right? But I think a lot of larger pieces, a lot of stitchers, probably would just, you know, keep them in some sort of storage. Because not everybody's got the wall space to put up a large piece. Unlike Gemma. Gemma seems to frame every single piece she's got. And they're large. They're 14 count large. Janine is calling Komari Omari. But Komari has changed her name back, finally. She was like reinventing herself every week with her channel name. I was so confused. And now she's Komari again, which is a great idea. Yes, she's doing double cats. And Janine, we were just talking about it during the member stream. If anybody has a, you know, a chance of finishing the double piece, that would be Komari. And maybe Nikki. Nikki, are you game? Sarah VM says, I have to have my cross stitches behind glass. I live in a dusty, dry area. Fair enough. Yes. Either that or you just can't frame them, can you? So that's fair. All right. And these ones, I'm going to switch to a different color, to a color that's got, that's not black or dark or blue, for a change. But I like the fact that these colors are not very confetti. I'm not in the mood for ninja right now. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Sidri says, thanks, Yogi, to demo Saga. Did that help, Sidri? Yes. No problem at all. Because these little things, sometimes, you know, if you don't know how to do it, it can be so annoying, isn't it? You're just thinking, why is it jumping everywhere? Sometimes you just want to stitch in an order that you want. So, my pleasure. All right, let me pick a color that is, you know, not black for a change. Let's have a look. Let me use this great feature of Saga to flip the color around. I could potentially come over here and do a little bit more red. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, that's a nice one. 817. Bright red. 817. Dana says hello again from Germany. Hello to Germany. Hello to you. And Mandy Moran is here as well. Great to see you. And Heather, oh Heather, stop. Heather says the next logical size for projects would be 4. Would quadruple. Super size max color. Of course. Why else? And 4 quarters. Yes, that makes more sense because triple is difficult, but quadruple makes more sense proportionally. Yes, let's go for it. Heather, you've started the process. Finish it. And oh, Heather is serious. Okay, Heather is serious. Heather says, I have my eye on Aimee Stitching Shelf for that. Oh, Stitching Shelf has been around for a little bit. But why not? This is going to give it a new leash, you know, new lease of life. Why not? So if double is over 1 million stitches, right? Quadruple would be a couple millions. No problem. No problem. I'm sure that can be done. Because now, if the software can just produce separate charts, then, you know, Janine says, I have a new Christmas chart from Jenna Della. And if I got that right, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the full name there. Seriously. And Janine says, usually only do Christmas in Christmas season, but thinking about starting this sooner. Yes, it might be fun, actually. We can do a July, Christmas in July SAL. You know, so maybe for some of you, you can just carry on stitching it until Christmas. Or just stitching for July. It's a thing, isn't it? Christmas in July. Travis says, yes, regarding the DNA in our stitch pieces, Travis says, I'll probably have so much chinchilla hair and dust in my piece. I know. It's your DNA and your pets, and maybe your kids' DNA as well. It's beautiful. It's very organic. And I just remembered Dolly's actually outside the front window just before the stream. I'm gonna have to go and open the window for her in a bit. Otherwise, she's gonna be thinking that I abandoned her. Hang on. Let me just finish this row. There. Just give me a few seconds. I'm gonna just go and open the window for Dolly. I'll be right back. Oh, good now. Sometimes I forget. It's just terrible. Sometimes I forget she's in the front window because she's got cat flap, but she likes to go out from the front as well. And I forget, and sometimes I was running around the house trying to find her and then realize she was actually outside. I'm a terrible, terrible cat mummy. Dolly, right? Do you agree? Amanda says, I haven't yet met anyone who offer to let people touch their cross stitch. Really? It's kind of weird, isn't it? So can I touch your can I touch your work? Because it's so personal, so intimate. So it's a little bit like touching the person, isn't it? Can you imagine? Oh, it sounds a little bit creepy the way you put it. And Nikki says, I will if you are. Well, Nikki, but Nikki, you are starting the double cat, are you not? Or maybe you're waiting for the quadruple version. Why not? I was under the impression that you are starting that one. But then Nikki's got the world map, the wonder world, whatever it's called, the big world map. I think the world map is probably bigger than the double cat. Oh, Heather, I'm so sorry. Heather says is having a spooky bingo 817. I only saw it now. Yes, I'm still firmly stitching 817. So happy spooky bingo to you, Heather. Clara says, how do you change duplicate symbol to another symbol? Oh, from Saga. It's very easy, actually. This is a great thing about Saga. Clara, hang on. I can show you how to do it. It's very, very easy. Okay. So very often when you import heaven and earth chart or whatever, for whatever reason, Saga actually replace them, and sometimes using the same symbol for multiple colors, even though the system knows they're different colors, but on the surface they're using the same symbol. If that happens, all you have to do is go to the thread list, and then can you see each color on the far left? There is a little icon there. It looks like a steering wheel or whatever it is. You just tap on that. So currently with this one I'm selected, it's got a little oval shape, like, you know, sort of shape of black there. And all you have to do, if you want to change it, let me just zoom in a little bit. If you want to change it, you just tap on the icon on the far left there. And on this little panel, this overlay, just tap on the symbol itself. And then you have the full library, multiple libraries of symbols that you can switch from. And you can just pick a different one. I'm not going to do that for this one, but you can just pick any different ones. You can scroll up, and there are more symbol libraries. There are tons and tons you can choose from. And you just pick one that's different, and that's it. So I hope that helps. Lona, hello. How are you today? Lizzie says nobody got the rim for quadruple supersize max color for a whole pattern. Oh, do you mean to frame the piece? I think they probably don't need to worry about that for a little bit. Busy Mom, hello. Busy Mom says, hi everyone, sorry I'm late. Been running errands all day. It's great to have you, Busy Mom. Busy Mom, are you doing double cat or single cat? Busy Mom's got a lot of projects, so it wouldn't surprise me if Busy Mom's doing this one as well. Yes, it's going to be challenging to find fabric that's hard enough, big enough. But I think if you go up to 28 counts, it might be slightly easier. I don't know if it's doable or not, but Rachel says, there's a lot of cat hair in my stitching. You can't really see from 3 feet, but if you look under magnifying glass, it's definitely there. I don't think I can see cat hair even with mine, because sometimes we kind of talked about this with a lot of cat owners in the chat. Sometimes we deliberately stitch cat hair into the project. I certainly have done that. If it's really big, you know, like really dark, long hair, then I remove it. Sometimes a little fluff, you know, that you know it's from Dolly, or I know it's from Dolly, and I just deliberately stitch it into my piece. A little bit of DNA from Dolly. I'm double checking here. That is curious. So double here. Ah, Shelley. Interesting. Shelley says, well, this is probably regarding the double cat, right? Shelley says, I was thinking if I stitch the left, Mom stitch the right of Library of Cats, and we attach it together, it would be a lovely keepsake for my daughter. Remember us by once we're no longer here. Oh, Shelley, but that's lovely. If Mum stitches as well, you can both start. Maybe, Shelley, if you start from upper left, right, on the left side, Mum starts from upper right, from the right side, and you both making sort of similar progress. When you come to the center, you can stitch two pieces together. How is that, Shelley? As an idea. Dun, dun, dun. It's free for you, Shelley. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Because, you know, obviously it's easier to separate two pieces if they're stitched by two different people rather than stitching on the same piece of fabric. And but if you're coming from different directions and meet in the middle, oh, that would be a beautiful reunion of the piece. Joined together, mother and daughter. Oh, that makes me want to sob. That's beautiful. You know? And you can motivate each other to work on a piece. Amanda says, you're a good cat, mummy. You came and check on her while giving her space. Yes. And Dolly needs a lot of space. Dolly is a very independent cat. She's not clingy. She's not a lap cat, which, you know, I kind of wish she was a bit more clingy. But she, you know, she's independent. She's got her own idea of intimacy. And she's very affectionate. But she's not a lap cat. Shelley says, good idea. My daughter loves cats too. Yes. Nikki, who are you referring to? Nikki says, when are you starting? I thought you were waiting for it to come out. Are you talking to me? Cat library. Are you talking about Library of Cats? I think for a while I was I was kind of, looking forward to see what the piece will look like. But once it came out and I had a look, it's not really for me, because some parts I do like with that piece, but a lot of the how do I describe it? There's some areas I'm not sort of super in love with, but that's just me. So I think the bottom shelf was the bit that I kind of go, I'm not sure about that. But that's just for me. I don't like stitching buildings. So, but I'm really looking forward to watching all of you stitching it. Oh, Susan is having A17 Spooky Bingo as well. I'm so sorry for the delay. Yes, there you go. Spooky Bingo to Susan. Nikki says, yes, the World Wonders is 2.5 million on 2.5 yards. So even 2.5 million, you can find a piece of fabric for it. Oh, but you're stitching on 28 counts. But it's doable, right? This fabric sort of big enough to... the fake 28 counts is really 30 counts. I'll never be able to figure that out. But I'm sure if there are more larger pieces become more popular, someone somewhere is going to figure out, how to produce fabric that's big enough for those type of projects. Fake 28 counts. Busy Mom says, but Yogi, Nikki actually has more new starts than me. Nikki? Well, I think Nikki, how many projects did you start last year? And how many have you started this year? I mean, I know Nikki started at least 5 of them on a New Year's Day, right? But since then, how many projects have you started? And also last year, Busy Mom actually started over 60 new projects. Not all full coverage, but 60 projects, I ask you. So I don't think Nikki started that many last year. I've been watching her last year. But this year, I think she started a fair number of them. This color is so vibrant. It's beautiful. Whoops. Solar wins. Hello, it's been a little while, Solar. Solar says, has anyone seen any stitchers doing halfway to Halloween? I bought a piece last year for that purpose, but I haven't seen anyone on YouTube doing the halfway in 2026. I don't know what that is. Halfway to Halloween. Do you mean like SAL in the middle of the year for Halloween? and I hope you're well. Amanda says, my mom took in 2 cats. She likes independent cats, and the one was very cuddly. So she gave her to us because we would just love and love on her. And now we have cats that fit in perfectly. I think the cats, definitely, the personalities has to be a good fit for the owner. I think most cat owners probably would not complain about cats being clingy, right? That this is why we love cats. But some cats are very independent. They don't want to be handled too much. It doesn't mean they're not, affectionate. They just express it in a different way. And Dolly's very affectionate. But she's not a clingy cat. Heather says you could just stitch the top shelves. Well, no, I'm the kind of stitcher that it's either or nothing. So I would not crop a piece at all. If I don't love all of it, I don't stitch it. So no cropping for me. Oh, Nikki. Nikki says, I'm so shocked. I did buy the fabric for the rosewood alphabet yesterday. Really? What did you get? I would love to start that piece as well. Are you talking about the alphabet piece or the Library of Cats? I was talking about Library of Cats. But alphabet, I definitely want to start. Wait for me, Nikki. Tell me what spec of the fabric you get. You got. I need to know. Because I couldn't make up my mind what fabric to get. Because the pattern is calling for 32 counts or 36 counts, doing 1/2. But there are some single stitches. There's some 1/1 stitches, I think. So, but I was thinking about 40 counts. What did you get, Nikki? I'd love to start that piece as well. Lizzie says, one of my cats, Kitty. That's a great name for a cat. The cat's called Kitty. It's like a dog's called, it's called Doggy. Kitty will sit on my lap. Mona will only sit on me when I'm in bed. Puka, a podkin, won't come near me. I know they're all different, different personality, temperament, and some of them, need their own space. Absolutely. And the only way to treat them right is to respect their space. They're not toys. They're not here to entertain us, even though they're entertaining. But, they are companions, so you respect however they want to be. Nikki says, I only started 15 this year. Busy, Mom. How many have you started this year? I just get a feeling that quite a lot of stitchers in the chat have started a lot of new projects this year. Everybody's very open to new start, which I'm very happy to see. I may be the one that's lagging behind. I haven't started that many. But then again, I'm very particular. And also I'm a very slow stitcher, you probably noticed. So I started Maggie this year. I started Festive Seascape from Stitch is So Beautiful. What else did I start this year? Did I start? Oh yes, I started the bunny piece. Decisions. Is that it? I think that's it. Maybe. Can't remember. Lost track. Nikki says, full of fabric. I got 32 ivory Joplin full alphabet. 1 yard. Are you happy with that selection? I think that's probably the recommendation, right? 32, not 36. So it's going to end up biggish because 32, if you do the math, is 18 count size stitches, isn't it? Isn't it? My math is so bad. 16 counts. Is it 16 counts? That looks quite big. That sounds quite big to me. Do you think 40 count will work? 40 count even weave. Is that even weave you've got, not linen? Because I just like the stitches to be a little bit smaller because I saw this guy stitching this piece on YouTube and he started the first start with 32 counts. He decided he didn't like it because the stitches are too big, so he switched 40. I might do that actually. I think 32 the stitches might be too big for me. Because the way I visualize that piece is everything's so delicate. Wait for me, Nikki. I want to start with you. I need to make up my mind on the fabric. I just go back and forth, back and forth. One moment I think I should be doing 32 counts, maybe 40 counts, maybe linen, maybe even weave. Yes, guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, let me show you the pattern here. I've got it. It's a paper pattern. It's from Rosewood Manor. Let me show you what it looks like, okay? Hang on, let me zoom out a little bit. In fact, let me zoom all the way out. So this is by Rosewood Manor. Paper pattern. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. Really beautiful. Let me just move the light away a little bit so you can see. There. This is 101. Oh, the other way. Upside down. Oh, I can't read, can I? It's 101 alphabets. Rosewood Manor. It's designed by a lady called Karen Kluber. Masterpiece. We're talking about masterpiece today by Aimee Stewart. This is also a masterpiece. Look at that. It's so intricate. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can appreciate it. So this is a sampler, obviously, but it's got not just cross stitching. It's got back stitching, a lot of different embroidery combinations, some quarter stitches or something like that. Look at this. This is just so beautiful. And the way I view this piece is that everything's so delicate, you know, and so for a long while I've been going back and forth trying to figure out what type of fabric. I was thinking about stitching on linen, but then, you know, it's really hard to get a large piece of linen. This is huge. This pattern is like a booklet, quite big, a lot of pages, and so I just couldn't make up my mind. I want to get it right, you know. So this is the pattern we're talking about. They only come in paper form. So let me just show you on the inside, just quickly. It looks like this. So I think, let me double check. I think it's calling for, so it's about 500 by 500 stitches. And, oh, it's calling for 36. So Nikki, did you get a lower count deliberately? Nikki says antique with white joplin. Oh, is it antique white? Oh, that sounds lovely, antique white. And so Nikki says, I don't want to do 2 threads on 40 counts. So did it call for double strand? Is that what you're going to do? So with 40 counts, if I were to do 40 counts, it would be single strand. Will there be a problem? Because some of them are stitched 2 strands floss, 2 thread linen, and some of them are single strand. Okay, I can see why. I can see why 40 count may be a problem. Oh, but hang on. If 40 counts, if I do 2 over 2, we're talking about 20 count stitches. Size 22 count, 20 count stitches. That doesn't sound too bad. I need to think about that. What do you think, guys? Do you think 40 count will work for 2 strands, 2 over 2, but some of them single strand for the back stitching? And see how many pages it's got. All this. It's huge. But I really want to do it. I really want to do it. Nikki says 1 yard or meter will fit for 40 counts, 32 and 40. How big is 1 yard? Is it like in terms of meter? Because I have no concept of yard. Travis says, in regards to cats, we are the servants and they are the masters. Absolutely, and they know it. They know it. Clara says, Nikki, 40 count is so nice to stitch over 2 strands, 2 threads, single strand and floss. So Clara, do you think 40 count works? Clara? Because we're talking about 20 count stitches, isn't it? It doesn't sound too bad with 2 strands. And also it's not full coverage, you know. Oh, yes. Susan, yes, I started Max as well. So we're talking, it's all animal based this year. It's like 2 cats, Maggie, Max, and the bunny, and a seascape piece. 4. That's not too bad for you know, we're in May. Very measured, very measured. All right, let me pick another color here. There's some green going on here. All right, 501, 501. It's a green for a change. So 32 is 16, 36 is 18, and if I do 40, that's 20 count. 20 count. Yes, double strand for 20 count sounds doable. Oh yeah, Janine says, Max, and you're going to start the love hearts. You're getting up there with us. Well, not quite. That is still 5. There's only 5 pieces. Jeannie, do not lump me with your phantom cross-stitching, stamp kits. Clara says, I wasn't aware of 2 strands on 40 counts. But the 2 strands we're talking about 1/2 though. We're not talking about 1/1. Right, Nikki? Is there any 2 strand 1/1? Because all the 2 strand stitches are 1/2, isn't it? Or not? Maybe I should just follow the instruction. That would save me a lot of trouble. But I'm pretty sure there is at least one person on YouTube that is stitching 40 counts. Nikki says back stitching would be 1 thread, so I can do 2 threads on 32. I think looking at the instruction, it is calling for 2 strands, quite a lot of stitches, and then there is single strand for back stitching. But we're talking about 1/2, right? Or 2/2. I haven't looked through all the stitches, but Floss says, I think 40 counts linen would be wonderful for that pattern. Well, linen is much harder to get for that size. Either that or super expensive, because there's some sort of hand dye pieces, linen, that fits, but it just costs a small fortune. Sola says, oh, regarding to the Halloween thing, Sola says it's like a SAL, but could be just working on your Halloween pieces in May. Yes, it's a little bit like Christmas in July, isn't it? Fair enough. Joy says Spooky Bingo 1A17. Does it count when kitting up? Yes. Oh, that's a different kind of Spooky Bingo. So Joyce, you're in charge of the naming department, so you can come up with a new term for kitting Spooky Bingo. Sorry, I only read that now. So 1 yard or meter would fit for 40, 30, and 62. I read that. Heather says if you want it to look light and airy when you stitch, you should get a lower count so the threads are not so bulky. That's kind of a good point, isn't it? Because I'm just thinking about them being smaller will look more delicate. Maybe I should just follow the direction. But if I did 32 count, the piece would be so big. But Nikki is even bigger. Nikki's 32 and the pattern is calling for 36. Oh, this is what happens every single time when I talk about this piece. I just cannot make up my mind. Maybe I should dig up that video that I saw, just making sure that I'm not misremembering the fabric count, because I'm pretty sure the guy followed the instruction, the recommendation, and stitched the piece. He didn't like it, so he switched to higher fabric count. I need to watch that again. This green is so pretty. The whole, gradients here is just very, very beautiful. $501. Heather says a yard is slightly less than a meter. Really? So the whole piece fit in a fabric that's around a meter. 3848. 3848. More green. Susan says 1 meter is 39 inches roughly. Janine says I'll do 36 counts. Janine, are you going to join us with the 101 alphabet? I think if the designer is recommending that fabric count, maybe there are good reasons. I should trust the designer. Maybe that's the answer. Clara says, I think the back stitch will look fine with 40 counts. Yes. Clara says we need to see if anyone has stitched on 40 counts. I'll try to find that video, just making sure that I did not misremember it. I'm pretty sure there's a gentleman stitcher who did it once, didn't like it, and then switched to higher count fabric. But I'll try to find it. Nikki says, I can barely do 2 threads with 32 counts. Definitely not 40. But hang on. But Nikki, we're talking about 1/2 though. Are you talking about 1/1? I don't think you need to do two strands 1/1. Because 2 strands 1/1 for 32 counts, you're going to have the same problem. I didn't realize because it looks so delicate. I didn't realize the 2 strands as well. I need to start reading the instructions. That helps. Okay, 3848. 3848. It's looking nice. Maybe I can come over here and complete this little ornament there. I started it ages ago. Oh, I know why. I'm just looking at the pattern. It's just full of ninja stitches. Oh, Rajal says chocolate time. Oh, Susan says chocolate time. Yes, we totally missed it. It's nearly 10. Yes, it's okay because we started about 15 minutes later, so it's totally fine. Right on time. Chocolate time. Yes, indeed. Let's eat some chocolate. Why not? We know how to do it, you know? We're pros. We eat chocolate. We stitch. Oh, look, this is looking really nice. Really nice. Laura says Yogi is also doing the cross-stitch meadows piece soon too. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Yes, of course. We might be doing that at some point as well. Yes, we haven't got a date yet, but at some point. Oh, guys, chocolate time, guys. And, oh, Gayla, hello. It's hard to keep track, isn't it? There's so much going on. And we are also doing, guys, if you weren't here for the last few sessions, where were you? We are also doing a paper-only challenge, okay? And for that, I think I have a date. We're going to do it next week. Next Saturday, we're doing our marathon, okay? We're doing our marathon. And then a week after, we take a week break. And then the following Wednesday, the week after that, which is Wednesdays, we do Dimensions SAL. And can you hear that? I've got it. I'm going to unbox this new packet of chocolate. Today is our giant chocolate button day. Yeah, this is a new packet. Because the last ones, I had a few pieces remain and they got stolen, okay? No names. I'm not going to name the thief's name, okay? But you know who. And so I've got a new bag here. Unboxing giant chocolate buttons. You know, here we go. Very exciting. Not Susan. Michelle, have you got your, smuggled chocolate yet? Have you got your smuggled giant chocolate buttons yet, Michelle? Oh, Michelle has managed. Michelle has got connections, okay? Michelle knows people, and she's got people to smuggle this giant chocolate. I can smell it. Ooh, chocolate smell. Clearly, it's got chocolate inside. Look at this. Oh, look at that. So good. Ooh, can you see that? And they all look pretty intact this time. There are a couple of broken pieces, but majority of them, there are a couple of them that look a little bit like this. The majority of them are in button shape. Oh, guys, cheers. And if you don't have chocolate buttons, sincere condolences from me. But get your own chocolate button. If you're in the UK, you have no excuse. You can get this chocolate. Cheers, everyone. Yum. So Lizzie is doing Long Dog sampler. It's a very different kind of sampler. Very different kind. This one is so delicate. It feels very female, doesn't it? Whereas Long Dog feels very muscular. even though it's designed by a lady as well, but very different style. I tried not to stain my fabric. And yes, I was talking about our paper only challenge. So let me pull up the date here. So our timetable for May, okay guys, take notes, put it on your calendar. Next week, 16th, exactly a week, 1 week's time, we're having a marathon. Okay, our first marathon this year. And then the following week, we take a break. All right, we probably need sort of post-marathon, you know, relaxation. We'll probably do some retreat nights, okay? And then the following week after that, on the 27th, which is our Dimensions Day, I think it would be a good day to start our paper chart. We're kind of easing in because Dimensions chart, majority of you probably stitched Dimensions kit with paper patterns, right? At some point. I did as well. So I think it's doable. That will be a very nice warm-up session for our paper only challenge. We're going to do it for 10 days, guys. But the only part I have not quite decided, because we don't have streams on Mondays and Fridays, so I don't know whether to count those 2 days as part of 10 days, or, you know, I shall add 2 extra days. What do you think, guys? So if we start on the 27th, in theory, it should end on the following Saturday, which is on the 6th of June. Or potentially, if we're going to do 10 days for me, because for you it's 10 days, right? You're still stitching. But for me, Mondays and Fridays, I don't get to stitch most of the time. So that's 8 days for me. So it's up to you. If you think if you think that's cheating, then I can add additional 2 days on top of that. So it would take us until 2 extra days, Sundays, and then Tuesday will be the 9th of June to bring the challenge to an end. So Susan says, second marathon, new year. Ooh. Let's complete the first one first, and then we can contemplate the second one. So cheers, everyone. Delicious. So that's a timetable for our marathon. And I'm like the worst streamer on the internet. I have a huge piece of chocolate button in my mouth, and I'm talking at the same time. Seriously. The things you have to put up with. All right. So that's the schedule for May so far, up to the beginning of June. So let's have a look. Walkaway says, I love having a one-night stand with a sampler now and then. So today is all about being monogamous, non-monogamous, one-night stand. Okay, it's like that, is it? Walkaway. So one-night stand with a sampler now and then, but don't tell my full coverage pieces. I know I won't tell. I'll try. But now you announce that in the chat room, okay? In the public chat. So the secret is out. So there you go. I'm gonna have one more. And Susan's having Linda chocolate intense with almonds. It's called Linda. The chocolate brand. Janine says, pizza is here. No pineapple. Ah, round of applause, Janine. It takes some sort of, self-control not to want to just impulsively add some pineapples on top of a pizza, right? So well done, well done. Give me some coffee as well. Yum. See you later. It's so weird when Nikki says my grandson, because Nikki looks like Nikki looks about 30, and she's got grandchildren. Enjoy, Nikki, and we will, reconvene and talk about the 101 alphabet. I really want to get it sorted. And wait for me, okay? So, Nikki, you're not allowed to start that piece until I do. Please. Right, next one. Nice chocolate, delicious. Orange this time. I love this area. It's just the bursts of different colors. It's crazy. It was so beautiful. Nice 70. Nice 70. It's Adora. Hello. She says, every project I work on is a paper-only challenge. Very nice. So, you know what? Yes, we do have... so, first of all, welcome. And if we never chatted before. And, yes, exactly. Because we do have some paper girls here. You know, paper stitchers. So, we need some advice from them. We need some advice from them. And, you know... There was also discussion about whether they should do a reverse challenge, because if they're paper girls like Susan, maybe time to to get a pattern keeper or something, and using an app to track it. So it's a reverse challenge for paper girls or gentlemen. I don't know. Paper gentlemen. Okay, let me mark these ones. Oh, right, Susan. Okay, Lind chocolate. Susan says, no, we did a marathon New Year's Day, 11 hours. 16th will be second marathon. No, we started on a New Year's Eve, Susan. We started on the 30th. So technically, yes, we cross over to the next day, but technically, it's actually last year's marathon. Janine says, I even got a veggie pizza. Well, potato doesn't count as a veggie, okay? Janine, if you put some potatoes on your pizza, which I'm sure has been done before. Rachel says, Yogi, I like to do a giveaway of one of my patterns on my Etsy store this weekend for Mother's Day in the US. Oh, is it Mother's Day this weekend? Is that okay? I can post it on the Facebook group. Of course you can, Rachel. That's very kind of you. So Rachel's got her own patterns Etsy shop there. Yes, that's very kind. Amanda says, I think I've decided to use digital during the challenge since I already love paper. Yes, I think for paper stitchers, Maybe your challenge is to use a digital app. You know, if you've never done it before, now is time. But if you're hybrid, then you just do you. And maybe at some point we can do a challenge. It's basically doing everything that is counterintuitive for stitches. So for instance, Susan doesn't park, so her challenge would be parking. And for me would be, I don't know, stitching faster. I don't know. For me, the counterintuitive challenge would be, what would it be? What do you think? You know, and maybe you always park. Maybe your challenge would be no parking and extreme cross country. Floss says potatoes are veggies. Yes. And we're talking about like 5 a day, you know. The fiber, the veggies. Potato was French fries don't count. Oh, so Adoria. So you're are you a paper stitcher through and through? If so, a digital app will be a challenge for you. You should do that. 10-day challenge. Pattern keeper. Floss, no. Potato chips are not veggies. And Steve says never apper here, paper only. Really, Steve? Are you paper through and through? I didn't know that because Steve quite a lot of it. But what Steve's bread and butter stitching is more simpler, isn't it? Even though Steve has a secret full coverage going on there, I think it's probably been abandoned a little bit from the sound of it. But did you stitch that piece with paper as well? And if that's the case, then yes, time to try out Pattern Keeper. And Pattern Keeper, you can get a trial version. I don't know how many days, maybe only 7 days, but that counts, right? So if you don't like it, you don't have to buy the app. You should try it. Yes, that would be your challenge, Steve, because paper would be no challenge for you. And also the reverse challenge could be not paper challenge. We can do a reverse counterintuitive challenge at some point. If you normally do some samplers, maybe time to do a full coverage. And for me, I don't know what would be the most counterintuitive thing that I can do. Janine says, potato chips don't really count as veggies. That's what my mom would say. No. If someone goes, well, I eat tons of vegetables every day, meaning French fries, that doesn't count, okay? It's official. I think potatoes are glorified bread, really. It's more in the bread category. Nature's bread. All right. 2. These colors are so pretty. $9.70. Amanda says that just try parking because I thought I could maybe do it during the challenge, but there's just just no way. I'm open to other counterintuitive suggestions though. Well, that's the whole point of the challenge. But you know, Amanda, remember on Thursday night when we got kicked out of our stream on Thursday, I was going to embark on a journey. I'm going to come back to it, in the next few days. But I was about to try out this method. It's going to be the worst nightmare for you, Amanda. It's going to be, if you think parking is kind of doing your head in, just wait till I do this method. I'm learning from this stitcher that I rediscovered recently because I saw it's called, I'm trying to struggle with the name, Blue Sue Stitch Showroom. Okay, I think she's a Korean lady because I left a comment on her channel and she replied in Korean and I had to use auto translation for it. I think it's a Korean lady, but I'm mesmerized by the way she stitches in a slightly different way from the way I'm mesmerized by Komari stitching. Komari stitching, I watch like someone watching sports, okay, as a spectator. But with this lady, I really want to stitch not like her, but I like to try out the way she stitches because it's just fascinating. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put a warning out on the stream just in case it's triggering for people who do not park. This is parking plus, okay? It's going to be messy, but glorious at the same time. So watch this space. Lizzie says, I find the symbols blur easily on the page and gives me headache. But the thing is, if you, because nowadays, I think a lot of people have the PDF version. And if you print out a piece, A4 sheets, it gets blurry for some reason. You just print another one, print a clean version. It's not too bad. And also you can enlarge the symbols if you want to as well. You have that option. All right, next one. So a red, A14. The messy lady, Janine, do not say such thing, okay? It's not a messy lady. It's like, how do I describe it? It's like, you can have your hair totally groomed with, hairspray and everything, but you can have your hair just freestyling, flow with the wind. And this, stitching parking style is the latter. It's like the hippie version of, like free spirit. But I think the magical part of this, the way she stitches, is It looks so chaotic, but at the same time, it's so orderly, and that's so fascinating. It's a similar way to Komari. The way Komari stitching is so carefree about it. You know, it's like I don't give a you know what. I'm gonna just stitch. I don't care about my back. I don't care about the long tail that I left behind. And I admire them for that. It's like people just don't care. That's lovely. Am I selling it? I'm feeling that I'm not. Yes, but watch this space. I'm gonna try out, okay? It's going to be glorious. Susan says, why will I park? It's not a job. Well, but it's a nice challenge, isn't it? Maybe you love it. You have not tried, have you? Just like Susan has not tried kale. She doesn't like kale. Maybe she does. Janine says, Susan, once you... So, Janine, you're not supporting Susan this time because these two regularly gang up and, badmouth kale, the vegetable, the glorious, delicious vegetables. And now this time, they're not on the same page because Janine parks, okay? Susan, you're on your own there. Oh my goodness, Suzanne. I knew it. I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have asked the chat to for my own challenge. Suzanne says, Yogi, we have to stitch seafood. Oh my goodness. I take it back. I take it back. Maybe it's not a great challenge. Okay, maybe it's not a great challenge. No grid. Oh no, crafty. Oh, the chat knows me too well. It's scary. And fancy lady is so scary. Which one is more scary? Fancy lady or squid? I don't know. They're both scary in different ways. Can you imagine if I do a fancy lady riding an octopus pattern, stitching with no grid? That would be the end of me. You probably do not see me for like a month because I'm in therapy. Okay, I need help after that. Oh dear. Oh no, the chat knows me too well. And busy mom is going for dinner. Enjoy the dinner. Oh, for Mother's Day with my kiddo. Oh, lovely. Enjoy it. Busy mom. Yes. Happy Mother's Day for sure. I have a feeling this is not correct, this one. What am I looking at? I think I'm looking at a totally wrong area here. That's why I couldn't find it. Oh, got it. I'm like off 2 blocks there. Right. How should I do this? Should I go from here? Yes, Amanda says potatoes with a pat of butter can provide enough essential nutrient to stay relatively healthy for 18 months. Well, Amanda has done some research. And Amanda says potatoes are excellent, good source of vitamins. Well, the thing is, it's mostly starch, isn't it? I'm sure it's got a lot of nutrients. Yes, I'm sure. I'm just kidding. Yes, potatoes are veggies. Are veggies. French fries, I'm not too sure. I don't think people eat French fries for fiber. Let's put it that way. Two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2. Yeah, Laura says, I'm pretty sure the internet did not want you to do blue suit yogi. I was thinking that as well. I was thinking, well, is this method cursed, Laura? I was thinking everything was going so well in the previous few days, and suddenly the internet just would not play because I'm trying to do that method. Is, the universe trying to stop me from doing that method. It's a beautiful method. I like it. I remember when I first saw it over COVID period, I was watching it like, like a magnet. I was just like staring at the way she's stitching. I think she's going to be a legend. She doesn't know it yet. She's going to be another Komari, okay? Oh, Floss Haven says, just remember the Irish potato famine. Potatoes essential. What happened there? So they didn't have food, but they had potatoes? Is that what happened? Well, I suppose when there's a famine, then, anything's good. Even kale is good. Even for people who don't like kale. They have to eat kale. Sola says, do you know if you add a vitamin C serum to your beauty regime, it makes a big difference in your complexion? Vitamin C, yes, I think it's a thing because you can buy vitamin C serum. I don't know how effective that is. It probably depends, but yes, I think vitamin C serum it's a thing. Rachel says, Yogi, They have that fancy lady riding a seahorse. No, do not tell me it's actually true. It actually exists. Fancy lady riding a seahorse. See the Bella Filipina legend. Oh no. It actually exists. Okay, seahorse. Right, okay, it's not strictly seafood, right? And I don't know. Oh dear. I take it back. Maybe we do not do the counterintuitive challenge, okay? Just pretend that I never mentioned it. I think Fancy Lady and Chatelaine, I'll probably put them in the same category. They just look like totally beyond me. Just because Fancy Lady, first of all, you know, generally I don't stitch people at all. So that's one challenge. But also it's very intricate, isn't it? And Chatelaine, I just cannot work it out in my head while I'm stitching. If I were to stitch it, I just don't understand it. I don't understand the pattern, but it looks fascinating, but I just don't understand it. Squid Lady, no, no Squid Lady, Suzanne. That's great. But the entire chat is coming up, you know, with ideas to torture Yogi. Grace is saying, I think no gridding would be a good challenge for you. No. Just imagine, you know, I made mistakes even with 5x5 gridding. So imagine no gridding. No. I'm trying to think which one is the worst. Stitching Squid Lady or Chatelaine or Fancy Lady or no gridding in general. I cannot choose. Kelly M99 says, so Yogi, if you try the messy lady, I fear you may get hurt. You should spend the night in emergency room and the doctors. Well, I think in a strange kind of way, I think I'm going to enjoy it. Because, you know, it is a challenge when you have to, because, how do I put it? The waist ending method has always been challenging for me, even when I end the threads in a kind of, you know, uniform location. That's an option, but I just find it generally quite challenging to do because it's kind of, it looks quite messy. This is not a messy lady, okay? Please do not call her a messy lady. And but for some reason she's just stitching in a way that she, you know, it just feels totally normal to her. And if you watch all her videos, she stitches the same way. She's not like me that I switch back and forth different methods. She's a little bit like Komari. She has, or Gemma, right? They've got a single stitching method that they love and they just keep going the same way. And this lady, if you watch all her videos, all the pieces, she's stitching pretty much the same method for years. The channel has been around for years. And the only difference, variation, would be sometimes she starts from top down and sometimes bottom up. That's it. That's it. But in terms of the stitching style and method, she's pretty much, you know, sticking to the same method. And I'm fascinated by that. Fascinated by that. Amanda is fighting for potatoes reputation. Yes. Potato has 7 to 8% of your recommended daily fiber. Yes, it's high fiber. And 30% of vitamin C, 15% of your potassium, and 10 to 15% of your B6. Dun, dun, dun. Amanda, you have definitely restored the reputation of potatoes. Sincere apologies for me. I apologize to all potatoes in the world. And yes, I have spread vicious rumors about you not being vegetables. Clearly you are. Yes, eat potatoes, okay? Oh, Flora says 1 million people died because of the potato crops died. Oh, so no potatoes. And it's like having no... So, well, there are no other things they could eat. So I suppose if potatoes cannot survive, probably other veggies will have troubles as well. Grace says, I've never seen seahorse on the menu. Well, I don't think they look that appetizing, do they? But you could say the same about octopus. People eat octopus. I'm not sure if they're edible. Maybe they're toxic. I don't know. Seahorse. I have no idea. Yes, I think the seahorses, they're shedding cold sweat right there. They're hoping that no one is going to figure out they're actually quite delicious. Maybe slightly crunchy. What do you think? Oh dear. Oh, what? Someone is raising the fire alarm. Oh, Sidre is coming forward on alert herself to say, not all green stitches on your left are marked. It seems, oh, Sidre, let me have a look. The green stitches, these ones, not all green stitches on your left, on my left. Where would that be? I mean, this area. Let me double check. Not all of them are marked. Really? Do you mean these ones? On the left? Let me have a look. Because these ones seem to be okay. Let me have a look over here. 1, 2. Oh, you're quite right. Hang on. There are 2 little ones here. Down here. How did you even know, Sidre? I know you're alien, but this is too much. Sidre is talking about these ones, guys. How did you even spot that? You're talking about these ones, right? Is that correct? There are 4 stitches up there. There's 1 down here. That's not marked either. You're quite right. Oh dear. I am so scared. How did you even see that? Hang on. Let me just make sure that I remember what I'm stitching right here. Okay, it's hourglass here. Let me just park it there. And I'm gonna mark it, okay? No problem. I hear you. Watch this and let me see if that's correct, okay? Oh my God, aliens in the chat, okay? And Sidri normally only alert herself to come and correct the chart. And these ones, right? Am I correct, Sidri? Is it all good now? Have I missed anything else? These 2. oh dear, guys. This is what I'm talking about. This is a teamwork. Yay! All my webs would be ruined without the chat. Seriously. Oh, thank you so much. Let me just come back to this one here, so I know what I'm doing. Oh dear, there you go. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Very good, very good. Amiee Stewart, you did it again. Round of applause for Stewart. We do have some aliens in the chat, okay? I warned you about it. Kelly says, I love baked potatoes. Gives me something to put on, put a sour cream on. Oh, it gives the sour cream a purpose to exist. That's quite meaningful. Sidru says, now I can go to sleep. Sidru is probably going, no, Yogi, stop. I need to go to bed. You need to fix it. Oh, well done, Sidru. Yes, a 99, Sidru. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. Vega, hello. Great to see you. From Japan, right? Vega. And Sidra is watching from a tiny old iPad and she still manages to see it. And this is right in front of me. I cannot see it. I know. That's the difference between the mortals and aliens. She saw these three little stitches. I ask you. Lynn says, what about the green stitches further up? There are more? Which ones? Lynn? Are there more? I think I'm all good, aren't I? Have a look at this. 3. There's 3 more. We're good up here, right? It's all good. Lynn? Rachel says, according to Google, China and Japan seahorses are often consumed in traditional cuisine. Seahorses? Really? And sometimes dry to use in medicinal soups. Really? Because I can imagine they're probably, not very delicious because, first of all, there's probably not a lot of flesh. If you look at those skinny seahorses, probably slightly crunchy. And night night, night night, Lizzie. Sweet dreams. And see you later, walk away. So Lynn, did you see anything else? I'm not much. It's all good, right? See, I just take off and stitch whatever I want. For some reason, 28 counts. This just feels normal. With 25 counts, I wouldn't dare wander this far. You know, for my 25 count projects, you probably never see this kind of situation. But 28, for some reason, first of all, I don't feel like parking on 28. It just doesn't feel right. And also, I probably wouldn't do color flow or gemma stitches, you know, kind of method. It just doesn't feel right. And cross country feels good. It's weird, isn't it? Different counts. And also, you know, the lady we were talking about, the blue suit stitch showroom, she pretty much all her projects, just like Gemma, pretty much all her projects, as far as I could see, they're Ada pieces. I think majority, if not all of them, are 14 count, which is really interesting. It's a very conscious choice, right? Because majority of people probably experiment with different fabric counts. Even if they don't stitch even weave, they probably go up and down on the fabric count on Ada. But this lady, from the look of it, all of them look like, I'm pretty sure they're probably 14 counts. And the weird thing is, the way she's stitching, I almost do not care what she's stitching. Because that, you know, the completion is not what I'm interested in. I don't care if she's stitching, you know, I don't know, toilet rolls, as in the design. I don't care. I'm just fascinated by the way she stitches. Here we go. Let me pick another color. I can probably come back here. Oh, there's a little bit of confetti. No, not too bad actually. Maybe I can handle this. Okay, two stitches, 988. Why not? I've been sort of, you know, having my fun, traveling around. 988. And I don't know whether you saw that Facebook post the other day. I think it was by Adana, because we were talking about paper patterns, right? And Adana, she's got a pretty clever way of marking paper patterns for parking as well, because she parks and with the paper pattern. And because originally I thought maybe I should get some sort of color pencils to use different colors for different things. But the way she does it is very clever. She just make a kind of L shape. So imagine if this is a grid, just one single stitch on the paper chart. She would just draw, when she parks, she draw a little L, which kind of tells, you know, it says you're kind of parking on the bottom left, which I don't think is essential because normally people park at the same location. So this is her way of marking apart threads. And then when she's done with a full stitch, she just does a cross there. So basically you don't need different color pens. You just kind of mark them a different way. 2 stitches done. (988). And you might keep things a little bit simpler. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. 988. And this one's got only 1. I'm going to come back later. 470. Because if I recall, the way Komari used to mark her paper chart, she just drew a line across the stitches, but it's always amazing that she's able to actually read her own charts that she marked, because literally she just scribbled like random lines over stitches she's done. Sometimes just straight line, sometimes just kind of squiggle, but she can read her own chart. So this one's got 3 stitches. I think that's it. And 1 more here. But today I've been doing quite well, right? I forgot to mark a couple of stitches, but generally I have not messed up that much, even though I've been traveling a little bit further with some stitches. So far, so good. Three stitches. $4.70. Okay. Oh, slightly confetti. Maybe, let me have a look. Not the worst situation, but quite a few color changes. I'm going to do 1 more in this area. 936, 936. Gray says, are you going to use colored pencils or markers? I was thinking which one would be better. I think it's better to use ones that maybe not ink-based, because ink-based you have to keep putting the cap on and, you know, and remove it. I'm thinking that might be kind of annoying, but color pencils are probably a better option. But at the same time, I'm also entertaining not using different colors at all. Depends on whether, if I do park, the projects that I'm going to park with the paper challenge, it might be helpful to use a different color to mark the parked stitches, right? Visually, it's just easier. Or I'm thinking about maybe the part threads, the part stitches, they tend to be slightly away from the main area anyway, because you're not going to part somewhere that's already stitched. So I'm thinking maybe just draw something like it's really simple, like a circle. And then with the ones I've stitched, maybe just draw a line, because I think individual crosses like Adana does, it takes a lot more effort, isn't it? Because if you've got a whole bunch of, like a whole cluster, like, you know, these ones of the same color, for instance, if you want to draw individual crosses, it's going to take ages. So I'll probably just draw a line for the ones I've done, and then draw a circle for part threads or something like that. I want to keep it simple. But if it doesn't work very well, I probably use a different color for the part stitches. 936. Because if you use sort of ink-based pens, you're probably going to worry about whether it's going to, if you don't put a cap back on, you're going to dry out, you know, like a highlighter or something. 936, only 3 stitches. Kelly says, so far so good. No injuries sustained as of yet. What are we talking about, Kelly? Who's getting injured? Oh, there are a couple of single stitches. I might as well do it when I can. Nice. And literally, I'm going to have to end it because it's too far to travel. Janine says, I've been doing block stitching in 939 for about an hour. What? My stitch count would be high tonight. 939. What color is it? Nice 39. Yes, I think the advantage of block stitching is, you know, the stitch count will probably be a little bit higher. I think tonight for me is a combination, not quite block stitching, but I managed to do a little bit more each color. Whoops. Again, single single stitch. Jenny says on the paper chart, just be careful marking your pass threads because you want to make sure you can see your symbol. That's quite true. So whatever you do, I think that's why a lot of people use highlighters, because you can see through the patterns. That's very true. I think if you just draw a circle, you should be able to see the symbol still. And also maybe double checking. Well, because we're so used to using an app. So when you select a pass thread, the app tells you what color it is, and with a swatch as well. So you can cross-reference. But that capability will be taken away when you're doing paper. So when you mark the pass thread, it better be a correct color, right? Because if you have to go back and forth to cross-reference the number, if you're working on the project that's got 240 colors, it can be a little bit challenging. So maybe just making sure you're parking on the right spots would be quite critical, I think. Kelly says, I use the clicky type pens, then I don't fuss with caps. That's a very good point as well. So they don't dry out because the clicky pens literally just, you either have the nib out or in, and they probably don't dry out that easily. That's a very good point. Yes, that's an alternative as well. And that's probably not that different from using a pencil, really, because you're literally just drawing lines. Yeah. And then one more here. Okay. See you later, Sarah. Dinner time for Sarah. Three, 936. Oh, I do have a 936. Interesting. Why does it look different? 936. Different colors. Oh, guys, I may have stitched the last few stitches with a slightly wrong color, but it's not too bad. It's supposed to be 936, but I think I picked 934 for some reason. But there are only a few stitches. You can't tell the difference. It's all right. These little ones, they're a little bit lighter, supposedly. So you can get away with it. So 934. And these are supposed to be nice 3, 4. Amanda says, where did you get your fabric? This one. This is from a vendor on Etsy in the UK. This is DMC 28 count. So I really like it because there's some 28 counts there. It feels a lot more dense. But this one, you can tell the holes are so big. So when you do 1/1, there's just more rim, lighter to stitch. I really like it. Yes, I think Grace, that's a good option. So the clicky types, Grace says maybe the click pens with different colors in one will work. Yes, I think you. I'm probably going to do the same. That's a very good point. Very good idea. Because with pencils, sometimes you have to sharpen the pencils. It could be a little bit, and just a little bit more messy. And also pencils, sometimes the lines can be slightly more blur, right? Depending on the pencils. And I think those pens would be great because sometimes they come in some different colors, don't they? Yeah, I think that'll be quite nice. And probably making sure that you get those clicky ones that's quite smooth to draw. Because some of them is a little bit, like not very nice to draw. So I'll probably just going to have to shop around. I don't have a lot of pens in the house. All right, I'm going to do this one then. A19 burgundy. A19. What? A15, sorry. Oh, scared the hell of me. I was looking at A19. It looks yellow. A15. Ginny, no. Yes, fudge is okay. Fudge is okay. The pink ones. I'm going to fudge it, okay? It's very fudgeable, this area. I'm going to do this bit instead. One, two. And if you're working on a piece that does not need to park, then it's a lot easier, isn't it? But I think the real challenge for the paper as well is, is not to choose projects based on whether it's easy to work with paper or not. So you should just work normally as if you, just whichever projects that you would have worked on normally, then you just do it that way. Two, two. The color of this area is just so vibrant. Hello, passion for stamping. Passion says, question. I ordered a bag of mixed seeds and have no idea what to do with them. They're a mix of pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, and flax. Oh, passion, you're asking the question to the right person, at least me. I don't know about the chat. I buy those all the time. So I buy mixed seeds for myself and for my squirrels. My squirrels like the mixed seed as well, even though they prefer nuts. But I eat a lot of those seeds as well. Solar winds. Why? Do I need to fudge? It's but passion for stamping. I sprinkle the seeds on my salad and on my veggies as well. Sometimes I do like stir fries and stuff, and just to boost the protein and stuff, I would I just sprinkle some of them, and it's delicious. What would you do, chat? Do you guys buy those mixed seeds? So they're both good for me and good for my squirrels. There's a lot of nutrient. For myself, sometimes I buy toasted ones. So you can buy either raw seeds or toasted seeds. The flavors are slightly different, but the raw ones, obviously, you probably have more nutrient. So I try to have the raw ones. And definitely raw ones for my squirrels. Maduhi, hello. Oh, so Solar is thinking about planting them. Do they grow, those seeds? Do they just grow like that? I have no idea. I eat them. Can you imagine if you just plant them and you have sunflowers and pumpkins? Do you get pumpkins with pumpkin seeds? I wonder if it works like that. Vaduhi, you're late for the party, okay? Yeah, but Vaduhi says it's busy on Saturday. And Vaduhi, how's your new project going? We're talking about being monogamous. with projects earlier on. I know Vaduhi has announced she's having a new project officially. One, two, three. Passion says, I knew the right person to ask. My husband says they look like bird seeds. They are, yes, they're really good food for birds as well. A lot of people buy those to feed birds. And yes, sprinkling yogurt maybe. I've never really, well, I personally don't eat yogurt. I'm vegan, but yes, you could sprinkle them on yogurt. I think for the yogurt, maybe toasted ones, they're quite nice as well. But definitely on salad, on any kind of veggie dishes, it's just crunchy, isn't it? It gives kind of, you know, crunchiness as well, and a lot of nutrient. And on soups as well, so you can sprinkle those instead of croutons. A lot more healthy. So quite a lot of uses. Just sprinkle them on anything you like. Where am I? Here. Why does it look different? 2. Huh? Oh, I'm looking at a totally different area here. I'm off like 1 block. There you go. This is how I ended up with the Gecko Rouge situation. There. Levity says, I enjoy lightly salted cashews and sometimes sunflower seeds. Yes, like cashews are delicious. I love cashews as well. And sunflower seeds, they're quite hard to find actually, the unsalted ones. But I like the ones with shells. So it's a really nice snack, you know, because if you're just eating the seeds on them on their own, they're kind of a bit boring. It's okay to sprinkle on other things, but on their own, you're just eating seeds. But if you can find those with shells intact, then you can just crack them up yourself. It's a lot more fun, and it's really delicious as well. But who does? Vaduhi says it's not going. So so you haven't started it. Right, so you're gridding your fabric. Fair enough. Just grid as you go so you can get started. Nido says you can make bread and sprinkle on top. Yes, that's very true. If you do bake bread, so you have to start baking bread. Yes, you can sprinkle the seeds on top as well. Absolutely. Yes, in salads as well. Badu, says, Yogi, can you show me the pen you use again? Which one? The blue one. Yes, I can. So you're talking about the water erasable. This one. So I've got 2 actually. There are 2 brands you can go for. Hang on, let me find the other one. So this one's a little bit thicker, so it's quite good for, let me just remove this one. It's really good for 14 counts, maybe up to 20 counts. So this is from Clover. Let me see if I can show you. Clover. It's a Japanese brand. It's really good quality stuff. And this one comes with the pen. It's a little bit thicker and it's really easy to draw. And then at the back it's got an eraser. Essentially just liquid, just, you know, some sort of a solution. You can just use water as well. But this one I found in my drawer as well. It's really good. This one is from Prime, and the tip is a little bit thinner. Let me show you. If you do a comparison, so can you see the difference? This one's a lot finer, even though I would say this one is a lot easier to draw, just by by virtue that it's a lot thicker, and the ink actually lasts a long time and it keeps really well. But this one is quite doable as well, but it's a little bit thinner, so maybe for higher count fabric, I would say it probably works up to 25 counts. This one's a little bit thick, so it starts, the line will bleed a little bit, but depends on the fabric count. But in terms of the ease of drawing, Clover, I think it's really good. So there you go. So you have two brands to choose from. Diane Miller says, hi everyone, hope you're well, and hello to you too. So Vadu, he says, I need for 18 counts, then definitely this one is the best option, because 18 count is quite easy to grid as well, and this one, just a lot more inky. Sola says those seeds for eating, not for grow. So you can't grow sunflowers from sunflower seeds. That sounds too easy, wouldn't it? You just plant them and you have sunflowers. All right then, so it's 22 past 12. Let me just pick one more color. And this is going to be my last color of today. I'm going to pick one that's kind of slightly easier to stitch, not ninja stitches. So this one is 300. I think this is the one I'm going to go for. It's a brown, and there are quite a few stitches, So this is going to be my last color. It's 300. April says, what did you use to grit the piece you're working on today? Oh, this one I'm actually gridding with a magic pen. Let me show you. So this one is 28 counts, so those blue pens will not work very well because they bleed, they're too thick. With this one, I'm using the magic. This is a secret, okay, April? Between you and me, do not tell anybody else. This is a trade secret. I'm using my power pencil, okay? And why is it so powerful? Because this is a pencil. So I'm gridding with pencil, really. But the center isn't too soft. So I do have another one that I used previously as well. This one, I kind of end up with really thicker lines and it kind of blurs a little bit. This one's just perfect. So I got this one, I think, when I went to Venice, stayed in a hotel, as you can see. So you can't buy this. You can just get any pencil, really. So this is what I'm gridding this on. So they do not disappear completely, okay? They probably will fade in time. And also if you wash the piece, maybe they fade a little bit. Otherwise, they're permanent, just so you know. But I don't mind it because, you know, it gets covered up very, you know, by the stitches. So I don't mind it myself. But some stitches might not like it. Some stitches don't like permanent gridding. But this is how I grid this piece. Okay, so that's a trade secret for you, April. Grace says, I really like the fabric heat erasable pens. If I make a mistake, I get the blow dryer out. Works great. That's very true, but you do. What if it's just a tiny bit of correction that you have to do? You know, sometimes you just draw one extra stitch or something like that. If you get the blow dryer out, you're going to erase everything though. So how do you correct small mistakes? And also I heard some stories, because those friction pens, they're technically heat erasable, but I have heard stories about them reappearing after that. Janine says I only heat one too, since I iron the pieces anyway. Yes. But if you have to correct just a small portion of the gridding, how do you do it? You're welcome, Vaduhi. Suki says, it's funny, the chat is talking about seeds. I was just on my porch planting cilantro and basil seeds while listening. Are you a gardener? That sounds a very gardener thing to do. I'm terrible. Whatever I plant, they just die instantly. So I stopped trying. Janine says, you iron the wrong lines away. But what if it's just really intricate, really just a single line? You know what I mean? How do you iron that tiny little, just one line? Have you got a mini iron or something? And do they kind of reappear after that? Okay, I'm going to do just 4 more stitches at the bottom here. Because I could just keep going, but I shouldn't. And 2 more. Janine says, you have to remember to water your plants, Yogi. Ah, so that's where I went wrong. So you have to water plants, do you, Janine? Oh, dear. Yes, I missed that step. I was wondering, what happened? Why do they just keep dying? Yes, because sometimes I go through a phase of buying plants and suddenly, you know, it's green stuff everywhere in the house, but they don't last very long. Normally within 2 months, everything disappeared. One by one, they say goodbye to me. Oh, it's heartbreaking. And eventually I just go, whoa, maybe it's just not for me, you know. 300. Janine says you can buy mini irons, but I don't have one. I never finish anything big enough, anything big, so I hope they don't reappear. So for sort of, you know, small area corrections, I wonder how you do it. Laura says sometimes when it's a small mistake, I use my hair straightening iron to get rid of the line. It's not very hot. So do you not burn the fabric? Laura, imagine if you just burn a hole of your full coverage of your traveling library. Just use the good old pencil or one of these pens. With pencils, to be honest, if I do make mistakes, I can't really erase it, can I? I think I'll probably just leave it. It hasn't happened that frequently. I can't remember the last time I had to correct it like that. But yeah, you would probably just leave it and just redraw in a correct location. Right, let's have a look. Well, not bad, is it? Look at this. It's subtle progression today because I'm stitching in an area that's kind of already established in some way, but just filling in more stitches. And this is what I've got today. I think it's looking really, really nice. So just a recap here. This is the middle start I started. So this area is looking quite respectable, isn't it? And today I'm focusing on this area below, just space above the bed here. So a lot going on here, a lot going on there. So this is going to take a while, you know, in terms of moving forward. This area is a little ornament, like a little saucer here on the wall, but it's quite confetti. So I need to be in the kind of the right mood for confetti stitches. But, you know, otherwise today, this area is quite neutral. There's some sort of single stitches, but not that many. And most of them are quite pleasurable to stitch. You know, there are a fair number of stitches each color. So quite good. And I'm curious about my stitch count today. Are you, chat? Yes, I bet you are as well. And I'm going to share my stitch count with you. Okay, let's see how we're doing today. And oh, Marilyn says it's finally time to stitch. Just spent 2 hours prepping meat for cat food. My God, are you cooking for your own? Are you creating your own cat food? That's amazing. That's probably the best, right? You get your own material And yes, thank you, Jeanine. It's looking good, isn't it? And I'm going to share the stitch count with you. Okay, guys, are you ready? I am ready to go to bed. It's, 34 past midnight. But here we are. Let's have a look. And I'm going to count down to 3. Oh, Laura says 3:30. Guys, do you want to take a guess before I reveal? A little bit of a little small, really tiny spot of guess my stitches. Go for it. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'll give you 30 seconds. Miaolin says, I make my own cat food because canned food is too expensive for 6 cats. So is it cheaper to make your own? Right. For 6 cats. Oh, Laura, how do you do it? I just opened a can of worm for Laura. Oh, I'd love to see. Laura, you should do a vlog of your daily preparation for cat food. Oh, here we go. Yes, it's coming in. Oh, the good old, guess my stitches. We've got Laura 3:30, and Rachel says 3:07, Grace 2:85, Miaolin 2:95, Raja 2:98. Wow, not that far away, everybody. And Passion for 3:25. And yes, everybody's around kind of 300 mark-ish, give and take 20 stitches, right? Here we go. I'm going to count down to 3. Oh, April, 3:12. Very nice. So everybody's kind of similar. And, let's have a look. Shall I guess my own stitches? Shall I do that? Yes, let me guess my own stitches. I would say 280. I think 280 sounds sensible. Am I going to be the winner tonight? Janine's 290. Oh, you just copy me, Janine. Yes, I'm guessing 280. 285. 285. Okay. I'm counting down to 3, 2, 1. Oh, look. I do know myself. What did I say? I say 285. Didn't I say that? The winner tonight of Guess My Stitches is me, Yogi. Yeah. I think I'm the closest, aren't I? Anybody closer? Anybody 3A6? 2A6. 2A6. Oh, Grace as well. Grace is 2A5. Grace, you know me. Definitely. But I think Grace is on 1 stitch off, and me too as well. So the winner tonight is me and Grace. Yes. Round of applause for me and Grace. We're both winners. Yes. I did say 285, right? Yes. Oh, Grace. Amazing. Okay, Grace wins then. Yes. Well done, everyone. Yes. And with double winner tonight. Okay, you and me, Grace. This is our night. And on that note, and this is 38 minutes past midnight in the UK. Yogi signing out, okay? Today, Fridays, I have triple classes and double class in the evening. So, the last few weeks, Saturdays has been a little bit of work. But today, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. So, but tomorrow, we're going to meet again. And tomorrow, I have no idea what I'm going to be stitching, okay? And no hints, no hints. I have some idea. But until then, or, eat seeds and vegetables. And okay, you can eat some potatoes as well. That's veggies too. So until tomorrow, and enjoy your stitching for the rest of the day or night. I'll see you tomorrow. Nighty night. Bye bye. Love you all.